Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Hey everyone, welcome on to TRACKSIDE with Kokpit, brought to you by the crew from GARAGE16. Booker and Kins here on another builder to the TWS PTS SuperStock Teams Nationals, getting underway Friday, Saturday up there at Prestige Pools, Waikaraka Speedway up there in Auckland. Looking forward to it, Ampton. We've got more guests joining up as part of the build-up. Hey Books, how you going?
I'm doing good, mate. I've got no problems tonight. Look, everything's speedy and no shuttiness anymore tonight, like last night's load of bloody shite I had, so I'm very happy. Very happy. But disappointed that it all came down to the push of one button to fix it all, though. But these things are set to test us, mate. But yeah, it's last night was another good night, wasn't it? You know, with Bruce and Jordan on, and then we had Gav and young Brendan Ty for the Mustangs, and then of course young Hunter and Orr on for bloody Rotorua. It was a great night, good fun. People, I think, really enjoyed themselves listening to them.
Yeah, definitely, you know, having a bit of fun and laughter. And I think one of the boys that we talked to just alluded on to us while we're off air there chatting. Just good to have the Hunter name back in that Rebels team. And hey, bloody good. And, you know, Teams Nationals is not a forgiving event up there in Auckland. Different, complete race compared to the big one down in Palmy. The wall's unforgiving, mind you. Any wall's is not unforgiving these days when it comes to teams. And you saw that in the weekend, mate. I saw their bloody shot on that young guy from Rotors, the young kid we had on with us. Man,
Dion's her, yeah, she was a beauty, mate. Yeah. She was a beauty. And then the one that followed on young Sam as well from Auckland.
Yeah,
they were both when they were right in front of me, and yeah, everybody just went, whoa, you know, step back a sec. Yeah. You know, but I reckon we might see some bigger ones than that this weekend, mate, at Auckland. We know what that track's like, and there's just no hiding on that track, is there, at Waikaraka? I mean, I'm sure the guys will tell us tonight just exactly what it's like, you know, and I'd rather them than me, mate. I could tip you that much. But on another note, just quickly, while I remember, everything's sort of ticking over in the old head at the moment. Unfortunately, tomorrow night, people, we won't have Red Wooten on. He's got some stuff to sort out first. He'll let us know. We're going to run that interview at a later date. So watch the space. We'll have him on soon and back on to talk about some stuff you want to talk to us about. So and make some announcements and things and pieces. So that'll be in the future, but just at the moment he can't make it. He's otherwise busy tomorrow. So, but hey, that happens, Akins.
Oh, exactly, mate. And I like what you alluded to earlier in the piece as well in regards to teams racing, but any racing in particular around any speedway. Yes, I am aware that the season is just about ending for most of the tracks up and down the countryside. But what you alluded to, you know, please watch your children, especially if you're going to the track on the back straight at the team's event or anywhere around this venue.
Yeah.
We don't need kids right near the fence when the racing's on or at any part of the racing. So, you know, parents or older siblings taking the kids, grandparents, caregivers, please keep an eye on the kids, but also on yourself. Because teens racing, anything can happen, and it's all about the safety side of it. Because in the true, honest world of the mainstream media, if something happens out of skew and it gets headline news, the whole event's affected by that one incident. And the event down in Beachlands a few weeks back, you know, during that whole celebrity event and everything like that, the big build-up for the big I Am Hope thing, mate, that just covered so much media. So let's hope, you know, first and foremost, the rain pisses off. We get some racing on Friday, Saturday, and just be mindful and be safe around the track while you're there.
Yeah, I think so, because I think the best rule of thumb is if the racing's on, make your kids sit next to you. It's that simple. I never let my kids or grandkids go anywhere while the racing's on, and when it's off, they can play and jump around and yahoo or whatever, but as soon as that racing starts, we've got to keep them beside us. I mean, it's... and don't walk... When you're walking to go get something, if the racing's on yourself, walk into the flow of the traffic. Don't let the racing run behind you. So you can always be visible of what's happening. It's two simple, easy things to remember to keep you safe and keep our sport safe, because bad publicity is the worst thing we need. We want to promote our sport, promote our teams racing, promote our drivers, sponsors, tracks, promoters, everybody. We want to make everybody look great in the limelight and just bring our sport right up and just make it as awesome as what me and Kins think it is, eh, Kins?
Oh, exactly, mate. And I don't want hot dog dirt on my hot dog when I'm walking away from the car. I want to look at it. I want to watch and dodge the bloody dirt with my hot dog.
For the price of the hot dog, I don't want dirt on it either.
No, exactly. These bloody days. Hey, the other thing I know too that's come up on social media, Speedway NZ website have just released the opening for the awards. I think it is. It's coming up. You can nominate for all these different categories. Go and check out the website. I saw one there for online presence, bro. Ooh, I'm gonna start submitting. I might have to get someone. I might get someone else to do it.
No, we don't need to be bloody awarded. We're just happy doing what we're doing. But I see a lot of the photographers now starting to put up their photos for people to say, oh, which one should I put through first? For I think there's a category for best shot of the season or something like that. There's some good shots out there that are quite spectacular this season. Like Murray Goodley's one of that one at Palmy. That was right there. The ones that were taken at Miani for that young boy that went high skying as well. And there's some amazing photography this season. Like I've noticed, as yourself has, Kins, a few new photographers popping up that are really putting up some awesome shots, aren't they?
Oh, mate, there's so much expense put into those lenses and cameras. Some of them got one or two hanging on their hip. You're seeing all the Hugheses, like you're seeing a lot of the 1080 stuff that I see locally around where I am, but there's so much of it all over social media. It's just blowing up. But the online presence, mate, Kokpit. TRACKSIDE Kokpit's coming for. I'm going to take you on, Jace. I'm going to take you on, bro.
Take on the pitch, you reckon?
Yeah, bugger. He said he doesn't want to win another one. He told us that, literally told us that on the show. So, yeah, that's us. We're going to go for it, bro. Oh, Keenez.
You reckon we'll go pay $100 for our dinner up there and sit there and watch it all, mate?
Bro, I want to get up there. I want that trophy for us. We deserve it. We haven't bloody stopped, bro. We deserve it. Yeah, Jason, I'm coming for you, mate. Watch out. Anyway, enough talking shit. We better bring these teams in.
People will be sick of listening to us now. Let's bring in those Wanganui boys. It's already up the V going flat out through the bloody chat, mate. It happens every time we go live, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Look, and here we go. We'll give you a bit of a brief look at that. So there's the team.
Look at that. What a great team. And this team is, like we've been talking about every time we do a build-up, Kins, they're just building and building, aren't they? And even last night, even Bruce Robinson said it's a team he thinks could easily do it as well. It's very strong with Zane, Kaelin, Dylan, Max, Jerry, and Zach Harris. Zach Harris is 100 mile an hour, though. But yeah, tonight we're talking with Kaelin and Max. So let's, there's Max and Kaelin. Hey, boys.
Hey, take it.
Yeah, we're good. Wanganui Warriors, looking bloody good, Max. How many years you told me earlier on you've been doing teams racing?
Started in 2018. Was my first year at Palmy. So did 1 year 6 driver. But yeah, every other year I've been in there. So it's 5 years at Palmy, 3 Aucklands and 2 Huntleys. So this must be my 11th teams event.
Wow. Kaelin, what's your background when it comes to teams, mate?
We debuted for the Vulcans in 21. Done a few for them. And then, debuted last year for the Warriors at Palmy. And, did Palmy this year as well. This is my first Auckland.
What do you reckon he's looking forward to, Max? Kaelin first in Auckland. It's a totally different game to Palmy, eh?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's all kind of the same logistics for us. You got to watch what you do, make sure everything's legal and, watch out for yourself. Make sure you don't get hurt. Don't wade any dummy areas and, you should be safe, really.
That's right, Kaelin. Teams just brings a different aspect of racing because you're so focus on your individual stuff when you're out there doing what you need to do. But when it comes to teams, you're representing the V, which has been going bloody good this year. But Kaelin, it's just a different thing when you drive alongside your teammates.
Yeah, it's a different way of thinking, for that's for sure. You got 4 people backing you as well, so it's quite a lot easier to drive around cars and knowing that they're not going to take you out because they're trying to get the other team. So it is quite nice.
Max, what is it about teams that makes Max Holloway want to get back in there every single year?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's the environment, the cool team aspect, working with your mates on track and off track. It starts from, all week prepping for it in the shed with your crew, to, the travel up there. And, the atmosphere at the track, especially Palmy teams, it's something, not many people get to experience from the other side of the fence. So it's a wicked thing to be a part of. And, the biggest goal was to, put the Wanganui on the top step.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah.
So that's probably the main reason why we keep coming back. So yeah, we're hoping that it's comes true one day soon. Yeah.
Do you think it's a pinnacle of a driver's career, I would guess, to represent your track and your club and your leader in a team, especially in stock cars and SuperStocks, is to represent and be part of teams? You think that's right up there?
Oh yeah, it's everyone's, dream is to win Palmy teams or, even Auckland teams would be cool. But, to be that top on that top step with your mates would be pretty cool. It's probably bigger than winning one NZ, to be honest, in my eyes.
I'm guessing with you, Kaelin, look, you're growing up around the sport. The name Mooney is associated with Wanganui for many years, but this is part of the pinnacle of a driver, isn't it? You do your individual stuff. Teams is just next level.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a different aspect of racing, especially like Max said, racing with your mates. Like especially for us nowadays, we're pretty good mates. So it's you're racing not just be mates with your club as well. So it's I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And I guess it's even cooler because, like I said at the start there, the name Mooney's been associated with that club for as long as I can remember, mate. But you've got so much family just come along and support you all the time.
Yeah, they follow me around. My granddad comes to every meeting with me. Obviously, mum and dad try to come to as many as they can as well. So, but yeah, we're in the sport for life, I guess.
Life, that sounds about right, doesn't it, kids? These boys, I think they are there for life. I tell you what, you talk about, you're racing for your club and your mates, and you said, Kins, about, being proud to be part of your club, the letter. We all know how I feel about how you've got to be strong for your club. I think that's my favourite thing about teams, is it comes down to the club and that letter and nothing else. You can have your best mate in the other team, and you're not going to help him win in teams. You're going to get one up, and I think that's my favourite part about teams, is it unites the club even more together. You find that, like, when you part of the team, as the season goes on, that you tend to stick together more and more when you travel and other stuff as a team, even in individual titles?
Yeah, it's been something that Wanganui has been trying to build for a while, is, working as a team, not just in teams racing, but when it comes to individual racing as well. And it's hard these days because, most of us are all mates, off the track as well. And it does make it hard out there, but it does make the club stronger when you start, helping them out at individual racing. And I guess that's where we're trying to build a good base and off the track to help us race better as a team on the track. So yeah, it's building, and we're nearly there, but we're just waiting for a bit of good luck.
Mm-hmm. The numbers, though, in regards to SuperStocks, what we're talking about with the team, say, Kaelin, the numbers is just growing out there with the V, and you see it quite prominent around the area. Obviously, we see it a lot with the Vulcans, like you touched on, as stock car teams and turning up here. The club overall, though, this season, I would guess, must be riding on a massive high.
Yeah, we're on obviously a massive high, especially with having the Grand Prix at home this year. Everyone wants to attend that, but even the last 5 years, you'd say the SuperStock class has grown, and I can't see it slowing down at the moment. We each year we kind of add another couple cars, so it is good. It's great for the club. It's great for Wanganui. And
So on the weekend, Kaelin, you had an interview with Michaela. You said, "That's it, my car's on the trailer." Was that just a bit of a make them all think it's all stuff? Because the next thing you're out there in your finals race, mate. What's the deal there?
it was pull pin. We had I had a hole in the radiator, and we were pretty much, that was it. We didn't have a spare. I didn't have a spare one. None of the rest of the Wanganui boys had a spare one, and our good mate Lucas Hay said, "I've got one for you," and we just slacked that in there, and away we went.
So that's what I love about this sport, kids, eh? You know, we talk about it all the time, how at the end of the day, you'd rather see the opposition out on the track so you're going to help them, whether it's your mate or not your mate. You know, the prime example, like we talk about it all the time, you know, how much like the following team does that's coming up the Rees, you know, giving out people. But that there is a perfect example of why I love this sport and the way everybody rallies around it, you know. I mean, someone says, "Yeah, I got one for you, mate. Here you go," and you're out there racing again to represent your club, and he's from Gisborne Club, you know. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. So good on you, Lucas, if you're watching, mate. Good on you. Hey.
Yeah, it speaks volumes when the camaraderie of all of the drivers come together to help get that individual, he or she, out on the track. You know, it's just bloody good to see. Kaelin, mate, you've had a hell of a season, to date, because you're talking with the stock car, then your SuperStock. Mate, are you out every bloody weekend just about racing?
Oh yeah, just about. We looked at my license the other day. It's about 37 meetings, so it's a fair few. There's a few rainouts in there, but we're on the high end.
Yeah. What about you, Max? How's the season been for you, mate? Because dare we say what we're in April now? It's been a hell of a long season, But I'm guessing you wouldn't be near Kaelin's 37 meetings, would you?
Nah, not quite.
Yeah.
But I've done probably, my car ran out of its green sheet at Palmy Teams, which was 22 meetings, I think. So done probably another 6 meetings now since Palmy. So it's been getting close to 30 for the season for the one car. So it's still up there. It's been a very busy season, very up and down season, to be honest. It's definitely had its lows, but it's had a few good highs, coming close to winning the GP. Coming second at the East Coast Champs a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, just a few wins here at home and a few wins out of town here and there. So no, the car's been fast and had a few highs to go with it. So can't complain. Had a couple months off racing also after Palmy. So it was good coming back a couple of weeks ago. At home, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you seem to be turning up quite around the bloody traps, actually. And just thinking, you get through this if you're undamaged as such. And is there much of the season left for you, Max, to race? Or are you going to put that's it for after teams?
We possibly might do Autumn Nationals in Hawke's Bay next weekend, depending on the car after this weekend. So we'll see how we go.
All right. What about you, Kaelin? What's left in your race season after this weekend?
So the Autumn Nationals, as long as the cars are good. And then I see Palmy's put another meeting out on the 4th of May or something. So we'll jump in there and have another skid, I guess.
Yeah. And then off season, what's the plan, mate? Strip it all down and rebuild and get back into it.
Yeah, pretty much. Super's pretty light. Hopefully steelwork and motor and stuff there. All right. And stock car will get a pretty good overhaul and new paint job.
Yeah. So during the winter season, is there anything else that you do aside from being in the shed and working on the cars? Is there anything else that Kaelin Mooney does?
I played field hockey and get on this.
Cool. What about you, Max? What do you do when it comes to the winter season, mate?
I think we spend most of our time down at the pub, to be honest.
Really?
Normally when the season starts for me and Kaelin. So Ewan will be rubbing his hands. We'll be coming and spending all our paychecks down and giving our sponsorship back to him.
Have you done anything else aside from the speedo? So have you done any other sport or anything else, Max?
Well, I did a lot of sport when I was younger, but nah,
yeah,
Speedway's been the main part of my life for the last, since I was 12. So
yeah,
12 years now. So played a bit of soccer and a bit of rugby when I was a young fella, but nothing. I didn't put any time into anything like I have to Speedway. So
Okay. You, Kaelin, I know you said hockey in the winter there. Have you done anything else besides, I suppose, because you're bloody grown up around here, you lived it. But have you done anything else?
Oh, we tried everything when I was a young fella. Anything that had a ball in it, we tried. But yeah, wasn't really. I was too little when I got to high school, so we just played with a stick, I guess.
Oh, cool. Hey, Wayne Odden, good to have you on the show, mate. Kerry Gates, Mike's watching as well. Mike Hempel, Cindy Turner, Paul Mason. Hi from Paul and Susan. Lacey, how are you, Lacey? We got Brody on watching as well. Nana Gales jumped in. Jace Cole in Australia. Mark Goodman. Robbie Maybe's watching. Must be all the fly spray in the gear books. Wayne Odden. Just being a bit cheeky, mate.
Did you hear that?
Peyton. Yeah, I did hear that. What was it?
Someone doing a big burnout down the road.
I thought it was. Holy hell. Tice Adamson, Peyton Wilson, evening to Ellie O'Brien, Connor Auckland, Cody Lockett, Richie Mason. Who else we got here? Phil Andrews, Aaron Ferguson. Just be mindful too. I see Aaron posted up yesterday about someone hacked his bloody page. Tracy Sweeney, Madu Goodley, Gary Lonergan. Gary's going to be joining us tomorrow. Heaps of up the V's for you boys. Jaden James. Hey, Thomas Scott. Ray Muir. AJ Exton, having a good time on holiday. Sam Ashton, seeing a lot happening there in the background of the works around the track and roaders there, eh? Plenty of road works, plenty of works taken on there, a lot of demolition, and yeah, just have a look at Facebook. It's pretty well all over
Raz
there.
put their 81G Max Holloway a beer sign for you, mate. Hey? You love your V too much, eh, bro?
Funny you say that. Actually, I went to Gizzy on the weekend for the final meeting, and I was reading the grids, and I pulled up an 81G spot. I just misread it and read it as 81V. So yeah, funny you say that. Actually.
Hey, listen, oh, sorry, go, kids.
No, Karen.
I was just going to say, like, I asked most of the drivers this now because it's interesting to see who does it. They talk about how they'll watch YouTube videos of in-car of teams racing and outside teams racing stuff just to see if it can help them sharpen and make some pointers. You guys do any of that? You watch any YouTube clips, anything to sort of make yourself a bit better, like a bit of...
Oh, 100%. Yeah, well, not so much these days. I think I've watched them all too many times now. So, but yeah, you know, back, you know, a couple of years ago, we spent most of my time, you know, the week leading up to Palmy teams, watching every in-car I could, you know. You learn a lot off it. You learn what not to do and what to do. So, you know, yeah, if you're green and coming into it, it's a good thing to do, I'd say.
Yourself, Kaelin?
I definitely, if I have a GoPro in the car, I will rewatch myself, just to give out any pointers on what I should have done better normally. But yeah, like Max said, I watched a lot of team racing, you know, YouTube as we grew up, so it's just kind of always been the thing.
It's interesting, Akins, about how many have actually said that now, but they watch it to see what else they can, you know, sort of make their craft a bit better, eh? It's interesting to me that, actually. It's something I didn't realise, you know, because you talk about all the works that done in the shed, but then there's that as well, you know, which does help them. So, yeah.
Yeah, it all came about, I think, when we caught up with Jaden Ward a little while ago. He talked about how he watched a fair bit of it, and that's how he masters the craft of what he does, and it's no different. I think Scott Tennant said the same as well. He watches a lot of videos, but mind you, there's just so much video footage of a lot of Speedway stuff all over the bloody social media at the moment. Kerry Russ, Michael Beaumont, Sarah May Wright. Dylan says, hi, Kaelin and Maxie. Dylan says hi to you both.
Right.
Hey, Dylan.
Who else we got here? Jordan Harwida. Up the mighty V. All the way, baby. Chair Fresh Cut Boys. That's your manager watching. Ams is watching. Young Harry Jurgens, this young kid, I think 2 or 3 instead from the recent MIP, and the young kid got a big future in Speedway, especially with his name and dad. I've got to head down to your track sometime. Harry says, you got to come down and drive my mini stop, mate, and the adult racing. I'll do it when I get some time to head down there. So, yeah, I promise to do that one day. Cody Lockett's. Any sunburn, Max? You got any sunburn from young Harry?
Any sunburn from Harry?
Yeah, he said any sunburn, Max.
Nah, just when you come down the driver's car, Kinser, make sure you bring your own helmet because your heat won't fit in his one.
Sweet as. Flynn Ashton. Hey, Flynn.
I think we definitely need to make a trip to Wanganui next year and do an event there, don't we, Kins? I think.
Oh, definitely.
Keep meaning to go over there.
Yeah. Hey,
I used to go there a lot back in the day, actually, to Wanganui when I was living in Palmy.
Yeah.
Used to do a lot of Wanganui.
Track, eh? Yeah, heaps going on.
Had some big nights out in the Wanganui town too. I got told to turn my shirt inside out by the bouncers because it had a rude thing on it.
He's a naughty bugger back in his days. Anthony Brown, 22 SuperStocks for the V this season. 22. Holy shit. Dylan wishes he could be trackside this weekend with two of his favourites. Actually, you can watch the live stream, by the way. Video Hub. Bruce alluded that to us yesterday. So that's where the live stream is coming out of. Jamie Hamilton's on watching. Marco, how you going, Marco? Here we go. Still going. Anyway, we'll carry on. Cool, Les. All right. So sponsors, Max. You got your sponsors handy, mate?
Yeah, I do actually. So things with these guys, it wouldn't happen without them. They honestly give up a lot for us for a sport that we love, and they don't get much out of it. So if you can, support them. They support us and they make the sport happen. Without them, no one could go racing. So big thanks to these guys. So we've got SJB Builders, Elite Engineering, Kessel's Poultry Farm, Thompson Plumbing and Gas, Wanganui Towing, Get Glazed, Ace Performance, Sharp as Line Haul Limited, Jurgens Demolition, Lightning Race Gear, Vasey Engineering, Wanganui Reinforcing Supplies, McFall Fuel, Eco Tire Recycling, Display Associates, Chems, McDonald's, Wanganui, Total Log Haulage, CRV Equipment, Teacher Cocktail Bar, Hamilton Repair Certifiers, and Speedway Garage Bar and Grill. Yeah, so big thanks to those guys for supporting us, and most of these guys have been with us for the last 3 or 4 years. So that's a big ups to them, and hopefully we can start bringing some silverware home for them with a bit of good luck. So yeah.
That's awesome, mate. I notice a lot of these people, when they give their sponsors, that Vasey Engineering seems to be on a lot of teams and cars, doesn't he, Kins, eh? Yeah, Vasey supports a lot of it. It's bloody awesome to see, actually. I see a lot of people when they call out their sponsors' names. This name seems to come up a bloody lot.
Yeah, I think it's the only way for him to get on the track these days. He's probably getting a bit old to be on there himself. So
Yeah. There's a bit of a story going around with young old Paul Vasey. He's thinking about, I think, hanging up the helmet these days and see what happens. But we'll see what happens with that. It's always hard to take them away. And look, we caught up with Brendan Ty yesterday, and apparently his dad, Ron, this is going to be his hurrah to teams up in Auckland and so forth. So what's all Kaelin?
I think Kaelin's hope his car is better than his internet, I tell you. Hey?
There he is. He's back. He's back eventually.
Too many beersies. That's the problem.
Mate, I know there was a poster in front of the MX, but I'm guessing you're going to have posters and some of the merch up there.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of merch going up and posters as well. So we've got stickers also. So yeah, be sure to come and see us in the pits and bring your FBOS card because we have FBOS machine there. So yeah, come and get your Wanganui Warriors top, your James Electrical Wanganui Warriors top. And at Palmy Teams, it was awesome. I think 90% of the crowd was wearing a Wanganui Warriors top, which was awesome to see. So hopefully we can see the same thing at Auckland again. So yeah.
Wicked. Matt Phipps. Matt, yes, we will catch up with you. Charlie Sorter, watching over in the UK. Charlie, welcome to the show. We'll catch up sometime soon, mate, once you get back up and running for the season, if not already started. So we will catch up. Mike Johnson, always watching. Kaelin, every Smoko. Who else have we got on there watching? Kaelin, anything else you want to add before we let you go, mate? Anything before you drop out again?
Nah, I just yeah. Thanks to all our crews and stuff too. They a lot of work goes in behind, especially at the racetrack, that us drivers don't see or do. So just want to smash a shout out to them. It's we have quite a big Warriors crew, so I just want to shout out to them as well.
Okay. And when are you heading up, Kaelin?
Go up Thursday night, or halfway at least.
Yeah. And you, Max?
Yeah, I think we're going to head up to Taupo Thursday night if all goes well. Break the trip up. It's a long trip up to Auckland, so it's a bit of a drag going up there in one day and then having the race at the end of it. So yeah, we'll stay in Taupo Thursday night and cruise up Friday from there.
Oh, there'll be a big crowd and around that region where you're going to stay, mate, with another big event on. I think it's underway this Thursday, a bit of a start or a practice, but yeah, big V8s are on there. Hey, Kaelin, Max, thanks for coming to chat with us, representing the V and the Warriors. Safe travels up to both of yous, and we look forward to catching up with you boys up there in Auckland, eh? Thank yous.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for that, guys.
Thanks, team.
Cheers.
Good luck.
See you later.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah.
There you go. They look excited, mate. They'll be excited to get up there and wreck some stuff, won't they? Put the bloody bumper in, give it the hoot nanny. Hey.
Oh, definitely, 100%, mate. They'll be right into it, and this moves into our next team, as you can see.
Gisborne Giants, eh?
Yeah, we're going to catch them, and I think we should have Pete there in the background. Let's bring Pete in.
Ethan and Asher there as well, I think. Hey, team.
And there's the other son, Josh, in the background.
Yeah, the 4 boys. Hey, the 3 boys and Dad. Josh was there as well. I saw Asher there. He might need to come around a bit. Jump inside the camera, boys. There we go. Look at that. Oh.
Look at these guys, eh?
So you guys hard at work on the cars, eh, tonight? Getting it all ready?
Yeah. Well, these are. What's for you guys?
Yeah. Pete's been sitting there watching us, and good to have a couple of young guys on the show. You know, when I think, what was it, Kaelin and Blimmin, Max just having a good old yak, and hey, what a bit of fun, eh? Bit of fun, eh, Brooks? Yeah. Yeah, the whole club's riding on a bit of a high, you know. Seems to be a lot of V popping up all over on the bloody podiums up and down the countryside. Pete, another team's event for you, mate. Big travel up to bloody Auckland Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Don't know how many we've done, but I enjoy Auckland. It's a little bit harder than Palmy, but don't really enjoy from Bombay Hill upwards. But we enjoy once we get to the track, and we'll just park up and enjoy the event.
So, in your mind, Pete, you know, Palmy, Auckland, any teams event, you love teams. Most drivers we speak to on our show here at TRACKSIDE with Kokpit love teams. I do it every week. What's the differences, honestly, between the teams nationals in Auckland and Palmy? What is it? What are the common differences when it comes to teams racing at 2 different venues?
Oh, it's probably a few things, like the track's different shape at each end, the track's different surface, drivey. Most of the time we're there for teams. Yeah, it's just the wall's different. If you let yourself down or if you let your guard down, you get caught up. Can be big. If it's wet, it's a little bit challenging on the pole line area. Right, there's a heap of differences. Totally different venues.
Yeah.
You know, there's not as many competitors that go there, but I'd say that they're definitely the hardened ones that go to Auckland.
Mm. Ethan, mate, you'll be looking forward to this weekend, eh?
Yeah, can't wait, eh? Should be the meeting.
Yeah, Josh, you be out for it as well?
Yeah, definitely. Really looking forward to it this weekend, and you've got an awesome team going, so that'll be a good weekend.
Asher, with the GA alongside the family there, mate, you'll be out for it as well?
Yeah, definitely am. Probably been a long time coming racing with these guys again, so yeah, sort of can't wait to get into it and see what we can achieve.
So,
Cool.
Josh, you raced the new car, or second-hand new car on the weekend. How was that? How'd that feel for you? Now travelling to a teams meeting the following week.
Nah, last weekend I actually drove.
Oh, no, you rode there. Sorry, you did. Sorry, my apologies. I got told that. So you just been fitting yourself properly for this one, or this week? Is that the main focus, getting yourself fitted nicely for that car?
Yeah, I've driven it before at teams. But I've sat in it and adjusted everything to suit me and gone right through the car, and I'm happy, confident, and feel safe in the car. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Have you got any feedback from Mr. Nichols down at Nelson, mate, on the car that he got off you? Has he given you any feedback on how he's loving it? He seems to be pedaling bloody well.
Yeah, it's all been positive. Yeah, from the
Yeah.
first out. Unfortunately, they got rained out last week, so he sort of stripped the car out. And Bernard started his off-season prep, so yeah, he's happy. So it's good, and it's good to see him going well.
Yeah. Like I was talking to Dad there, Ethan, you know, this bloody team still up in Auckland. It's what's it like for you, mate? You know, getting up there to the Nationals, and I know you guys have been on the top end side of things over the years gone by. What do you feel about the differences up there in Auckland compared to Palmy or any teams race in that regards?
Pretty much like Dad said, really. I
Yeah.
sort of find racing's a bit more harder in all sense. Like Dad said, if you leave yourself open, you sort of cop it pretty easily. But in terms of, I just think the racing's better as opposed to Palmy teams. And it's sort of, as Dad said, the track's always good, always drivey, which makes it for a fast event and fast race. So, yeah, it's just a cool event all around, really. It's just a frick of a place to get to and to drive around Auckland because it's so popular. Other than that, it's all good.
Yeah, mate. I just live down the road from that bloody place. It's an hour and a half, but now these days it's 2 hours plus just to get there. That traffic's just diabolical, you know. I won't get into it because me and Pete will start talking political rubbish and I don't want to go down that bloody line.
You don't get him started, Kinser.
Hey, Pete. Anyway, we'll leave that to the side. It's another story. We'll catch up at the track and talk about that shit. Asher, mate. You'll be obviously looking forward to racing alongside the family. You know, it's been a while since you had the G on, but hey, it's just another event for you and another track to do what you need to do and put your trade out there.
Yeah, that's it. You know, we all live for team racing, I think. It's more or less what we want to do over the individual side of it. And to get into the gears with these guys, I sort of can't wait. Yeah, like you said, it's been a long time coming, and I think it'll just be good to be back out on track with them and not against them.
Yeah.
Does it give you a little bit more excitement, mate, knowing that you're going to be racing with your dad and brothers for this, mate?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It just feels nice, and it's sort of mellowed out. Like you just chilled out. It's quite good, you know. I just enjoying it. We're just tinkering away on the cars here and having laughs, and I'm dressing up in the same colours and not getting shit for being in another colour. So
Making the piss out of the old man, more like it.
And that's quite ironic. And when I sit here and look at these four gentlemen sitting here, you know, if you go back to the New Zealand champs at Huntley, who's sitting in front of us? Then 1, 2, and 3 NZ. Hey, Box, I just clicked to that, just sitting there saying, shit, that's right, look at these fellas. Holy hell. Wayne Otter's got a question for you, Pete. Did Pete ever do teams at the old Bay Park all those years gone by?
Nah, never went there. I've never even seen it, to be fair. So, no.
They're saying you're old, Pete. You see, that's I'll tell you
like a cool venue.
You know,
a lot of people I know are there, but no, I didn't have the pleasure to go there.
Yeah.
It's you're having a pretty good run at the moment, though. You've had a pretty good run this season. I was talking to someone today about it, like podium-wise for yourself, Pete, this season, and up there at most big events and qualifying. You could just about be up for a Speedway award this year of all that, wouldn't you?
Oh, those awards don't turn me on, but I am having a good run the last part of the season. Most of the season, actually. We have qualified for most of the majors, and I've managed a podium in Wanganui. Was good to me a couple of weeks back with 4 podiums and with some talent on the beside us. And on the weekend, we picked up 3 ribbons, 3 championships, and they were all red. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, we had the 2 guests on just before from the Warriors, and I think Kaelin alluded to it, talking to the young guy, from out of Gisborne that helped him out with the radiator. you know, when I put it into perspective, what you gentlemen sitting here in front of us do for the sport of speedway, when you're in the pits, and Book and I have seen this, when you come back in from your cars, and if anyone needs help, mainly your customers and whatnot, you guys just go the extra level. Honestly, it's just appreciated by all fans. Yeah, I know some other fans are going to get a bit shitty and whatnot. I don't care about them, but what you guys do is above and beyond. Honestly, it's a credit to you all.
Yeah, but we actually talked about that last night. We were in here, and it's becoming quite a hard work because, you know, up in Gisborne they had a mini stock thing, 60 mini stocks. Of course, they broke down, and 15 or 16 super stocks, and they broke down, and a couple of stock cars, and you know, it seems that they go to our trailers for repair work and fixes, and we kind of need to tidy up, and probably get somebody to control that side of what we do, because we still race as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it's not good, but it's always good to help somebody and get them back out on track, because that's what it's all about. But yeah, it is getting quite hard work. And then Ethan got huge damage in race 5, I think it was, on Saturday night, and we're all in there helping, and we actually got the program changed a little for good old Gisborne, put the fireworks on before our final heat, so we could get Ethan back out there and enjoy it.
I suppose it does make it a bit harder, doesn't it? You know, when you try and do your cars plus everyone else's cars, because generally it's just you guys, isn't it, and a couple of crew guys that travel with you. But I would imagine you got the big team this weekend, everybody heading up, and are you all taking the families with you this weekend for teams in Auckland?
I'm going on my own. I'm not sure what the boys are doing, but yeah, we don't have big teams anymore. I think we're scared away with our bad attitudes. We took old Kevin Davey up, and man, he's hard work. But we needed someone to drive the truck, and he was actually okay at that. But Friggy should just go sit and watch it when he's at the track, because man, he's hard work. Yeah, I mean, up and back on Friday, back Sunday for us. Yeah, we can't really go Thursday night, and then, you know, the weather's looking a bit sad, so we'll hold back a little bit and wait for that. And, but you know, on the day, we have plenty turn up and plenty of help, and it's only 2 teams races a night, so you get a bit extra time. We tend to work it out.
Yeah. Are you taking Tank with you for the dry, Pete, to keep you company in the truck?
Yeah, I take Tank. Yeah, he went to Gisborne with us, and I let him sleep in the BMW these days because he's a friggin' noise in the trailer.
Yeah. Ethan, you and the family heading up, mate?
It's just me driving up, but Brittany and the boys and her mum and my mum are heading up. Well, our mum heading up there on Thursday night, so they'll meet us up there. But on Friday, it's just me going up. So yeah, it's all good though. We've got crew up there to help out. So yeah. You
and your family, Josh, making the travel up to Auckland?
It's just 4 of us this weekend.
Yeah.
The kids at home. It's just a bit of a big haul for them, and it's a big weekend, you know. So yeah, it's 4 of us heading up and crewmen, and yeah, getting a bit hard towards the end of the season. Everyone's got other priorities, and so all the help we get is very thankful, and we just truck on and get our stuff done and help each other out.
Yeah, Asher, you and your family making the trip, mate?
Undecided yet.
Okay.
Mrs. is 7 months pregnant, so it's pretty hard to travel around anywhere. And then got a 2-year-old too, you know, it's pretty flat out. And yeah, it's late in the year, you know, we've had a big season, we've travelled a lot, done a lot of rain outs, a lot of extra days here and there. So yeah, we'll make the call closer to the time.
All right. Lacey's watching. My son Jack loves your family, loves what you do for the sport, made his own Lego SuperStocks to represent you all. He zooms them around the lounge on a daily thing. So young Jack, good to have you. Lacey watching the show, but that's some good positive feedback, eh, Pete?
Yeah, we like the positive stuff, eh?
Yeah. Savannah Davis up the G, Craig Davis up the G.
He's not that positive, that boy.
Mike, the master of the clays.
There's one that Marco Kid's got. He's got a question for all the drivers. What would be one of their favourite racing memories? We'll start with you, Asher.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's hard to say. Probably potentially the last New Zealand title in Napier, or maybe my first one as a stock car with Nelson. Maybe one of those two.
Both pretty good
Josh?
memories, aren't they? What about you, Josh?
Oh, I'd probably have to be Huntley last year. The two boys here. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And New Zealand stock cars when I won that was awesome too. I don't know, there's so many, you just got to cherish them all, because it's quite hard to get a title. Not everyone can do it, so you got to be quite thankful for all of them to achieve.
Yeah. You Ethan?
It'll probably be the overall teams, stock car teams when the Gisborne Gladiators won it the first time. That's probably my most best memory I've ever had, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, there'd be a Lispo. Is there one that really sticks in your mind? That's a bloody...
Many racing memories, but every week or every second week, someone like a kid will come up to you and they know so much about the sport, about yourself and about your cars, and probably more than I know. So there's huge memories on that.
Like that day we saw Peak hand that kid that trophy that time at Team
Yeah.
Box, we're sitting there and to see that young kid, and actually Pete, I think he said he knew the kid or something like that, and we'll never forget that. And that young kid walked right past us, had the biggest smile. He was just blew us away, actually.
Story behind that is he was a young fellow when I first met him, same birthday, 8th of February, and just handed him the trophy as we went around for years and years. And he's actually quite old now and quite embarrassed to take that trophy. So, but he's got every team qualifying trophy I've got at Palmy.
Oh wow!
No wonder you had the biggest bloody smile. Kaelin, Matt, good to have you watching, mate. Ashley Morton, who else we got here? Simon Smith. Just talking about obviously the generosity the family does. Nadine's watching as well. Good luck, boys. All the best for the weekend. That's Nadine Hall. I saw you one there. You mentioned books from Marco. Marcus Macia's watching. John Northover. How are you, Nana? Carl Carpendale. See, he's got a new look now. That shell-looking look on the TQ. And I see he's going back to your home track too there, books. Back to the B. Rawiri's watching. Oh, Ra's watching. KD loves a burger, eh? KD loves a burger.
Oh, that's right.
He got the burgers. Well, he went and got a big plate of burgers, and just before he got to the trailers, he tripped over and dropped them all.
John Northover, if there's no B, well, he's gone up the G.
Have you guys got, you gonna have merch and stuff up there in Auckland this weekend?
No, I think we're sold out and we haven't done any more.
Well, might have posters and stickers, but definitely no merch. I'll talk to Brendan tomorrow on that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's that website? Merch Pro or something like that, isn't it? No, it's the Dirt one or something.
Oh, that's with Ash's stuff, is it?
Yeah, they've got their own little website's got all their merch and all that stuff. One of those bloody places. Jack Cunningham, Jack. Any off-season trips, UKs, anything like that confirmed for any years at the moment? I suppose just focus on this weekend and got a busy off-season building bloody cars, eh?
Well, I've got no plans to travel.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the conference, hopefully, before Gisborne, and then some Palmy, so I can drive there. No, hopefully we're catching up with our work this winter and we're not too busy and we can keep some customers happier than we have this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
So you'll be starting the new car too in the off-season straight away, Asher, with the new ideas and bits and pieces?
Yeah, we're going to start the car jobs. We've got to build new ones. So we'll be all chipping away at that at night times and just keeping things moving along. Yeah, like Pete said, catch up on some work first. Got to get some customers happy again, I guess, and get their products out there. And at the end of the day, once you get it, you've got it, and it's going to be pretty spot on straight away. So, yeah, sort of just get through the work and enjoy ourselves.
Well, I'll stay with you, Asher, and we'll go around in the circle here as well. Ben Austin just asking the typical question on the show. Favorite track for you, Asher? Favorite track?
Probably still Rotorua, to be fair.
Josh?
Oh, well, like Huntley.
Yeah. Ethan?
Yeah, we Rotorua as well.
Pete?
Yeah, I've gone to Gisborne. Gisborne's pretty cool. It's the same distance or just a little bit shorter than Palmerston North. 2 seconds faster a lap. So as a competitor, it's pretty hard out. Yeah, and then all the other tracks you won that.
Yeah.
When's here's I got one for you. When will we see the official dates released for the Rees tour, mate? For next season?
Yeah, I was talking to a guy today about that actually. So I was going to confirm all at conference, but we're probably going to do it a bit sooner. So I'm going to sit down and write an itinerary, run it past all the tracks that are committing down south, which is 7 of them. And before conference, which is the end of July, I believe.
Yeah.
We should have a yes, no, or say hopefully end of May, to be fair. I've got a little bit of other work to do because I'm sitting for the board this year. And so I'm going to get that done too. And there's a bit going on, so we'll get this weekend out the way and then do a whole lot of homework with the tour, with the board stuff, and with our off-season rebuilds and work coming up. So yeah, it's plenty going on this winter. And yeah, so to answer that question, late May, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go, people. It's going to be I think you've said, we talked about it, and there's going to be, I think, modifieds as well amongst that Rees tour, as well as stock cars as well in there, Pete, I think. Is that right?
The finals at the modified invasion in Christchurch. So we're going to try and sneak in a couple of tracks that run the modified. So the Greymouth do definitely wants to come down and join the tour before they go to the invasion. And that's where our show is as well, our final show. So it just works out good. Classics, stock cars, SuperStocks, and modifieds.
Awesome. Asher, you get through this weekend, mate. Depending on the damage, obviously, you got to assess. Have you got much more than one NZ left for the season? Any other race meetings you're going to go to?
Nah. After this weekend, it's done. Been quite a long season, dragged on. Those rainouts really sort of make everything drag on. And then obviously just need to get into off-season stuff and get these cars tidied up to be sold and moved on, so yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and you got a bubber on the way as well. Josh, what about you after this weekend, mate? You got anything planned, scheduled on the agenda for racing?
Nah.
Get you.
I don't have a car, so it's been a long season. And
Violent.
it's been a long season, so wrap it up. It's been a good season, so finish it on a high in Auckland.
Yeah, that's the one, bro. Ethan, what about you, bro? You got much happening?
Same as these guys, park up and get ready for the new season and start focusing on work. So yeah, they were pretty cool after this one.
And I suppose Pete, that's you too, mate. But finish up the season, and you got another busy off bloody season, but not necessarily with cars. You got all these other things you got planned, eh?
Yeah, we got a little design change coming and testing for cars, and yeah, we got catch up from last season. Not much of a catch up, we're almost on top of that, and there's always something to do around here. Hopefully, it keeps raining here, and we get the lawns growing again because I like mowing the lawns.
So Darren Quirk said, is Ethan's boss going to give him time off for the Rees tour?
No, he didn't get a car. Oh, sorry.
Look at the
Are
smiles.
you getting a new car, Josh, altogether for next season, or what's the deal with you, mate?
Yeah. 4 of us.
Yeah, so we're doing 4 new cars for us. BMWs, Brian's putting that together as we speak, well, not right now, but during the day. We've got a stock car that we're building that we might pedal. We're not going to do full-time stock car stuff. Is that it?
For ourselves.
Yeah. So 6 cars. Oh, maybe another surprise driver coming across the Gisborne who will need a car. So there's plenty for us to do, and then our customer work, which is hopefully going to slow down. We can do some spares, so someone can ring up and hopefully it's on the shelf. Something we let ourselves down with this year is not being able to keep up with all of that. And I imagine the way the economy's going, the old the rebuilds will probably ramp up a little bit more than the new cars. So that'll keep us busy for the next 5 months.
It's always busy times ahead, mate. Plenty going on, and obviously you're going to assess the weather and see what happens before you decide to head up towards Auckland, and got to deal with that bloody horrible traffic on that motorway. It's just horrible, but anyway, it's just one of those bloody things you got to do when you get there. And boys, it's been good to catch up with you. I know we're taking you away from busy times working on the car. Really appreciate the 4 years coming to join us, and obviously the other two will meet you up there in Auckland, Jamie and Tim, and see how it all goes for the Giants, eh?
Yeah, appreciate that.
Actually, Pete, before I let you go, a good deal having 6 cars.
I resisted it for a couple of years because let's fit our current cars before we bring in other cars that we might not fit. But everyone's got that message. I'm not sure about 6 cars not being able to swap drivers. I mean, when Speedway New Zealand are doing their job right and they check drivers, we can swap cars, as we did on the weekend at the end of Gisborne's night, and us 3 popped in cars and we fitted. But it's well worth a try, and if it works, bring it on in Palmy next season. I mean, there's enough cars in the country to do it, apart from in Palmy, of course, because they've run out of cars, but we're all good. We'll, we might adopt it and it might work well. We might be a bit safer.
You're not that
a little dig just there. Ash's just shaking his head.
We'll leave it like that. You boys got anything else you want to add before Pete says the last word? Ashley, got anything else you want to say, mate?
Nah, that can't be that.
Yes. Josh, you got anything?
I don't suppose anybody knows the sponsors, do they? All your sponsors?
Hessel Poultry Farm, Very Crawford, Free Body Prestige, Cafe Metal Cartage, Tyre General, Total Property Maintenance, Rollins Transport Group, R&D, list goes on. Machinery Specialists, they're a big sponsor of our team and our individual racing. Mag and Tyre and Napier. The list goes on. We've got quite big sponsor teams. Then that's better, I think. Cleaners Wholesale. It's better, really. But they're all massive part to what we do, and most of those sponsors have been with us since day one for the Giants, so that's 9 years ago now. So that's a big step and a big ask to them. But we thank them all the time and we appreciate them. So thanks again.
9 years,
Thanks,
kids.
boys.
That means it's a 10 years of the Gisborne Giants with these boys on the Gisby next year. That'll be your 10 years. You have to make a special car, Pete and Asher, eh?
We build one every year, so they're all special.
Mate, we'd have to get one of those big flags. I think we caught it one of their fans. Eh? He's got that big long flag that hangs on the back, eh?
He gave me a spare one. He made 2.
Yeah.
He gave me that. He gave me one.
That's what I think you have to do is a cutout with the 10 years of Gizzy on it, mate, for the auction next year.
And we'll aim that at the people you deal with on that website thing, because they didn't think we'd last 1 year.
The people I deal with.
Yeah. All those negative.
The negative people. Yeah, I deal with them all the time, mate. Yeah.
2 years and we're still enjoying it, so I got no plans to move away from Gisborne.
Yeah.
Good on you.
It certainly is a great club there, I must say. The way you get treated, and I was actually talking to a lot of people over the weekend at Miani that who are talking about the Gisborne club and how they like it when they go there and race, and just there's never a problem when they go there, and they really do enjoy that Gizzy club. So you guys can be very, very proud of your club, that's for sure, with the amount of positive feedback I heard over the weekend about Gisborne as well.
It's been great. We just need to get bums on seats, eh, Pete? Hey, bums on seats again.
Here we go.
Bugger that. That's an internet.
Get rid of the internet, we'll get people back at the venue. That's another story, Kins.
I know, mate. I know. That's a story over a couple of coffees, and we'll sit down and have a good yak about it, mate.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We'll invite Jason.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cheers, boys. Safe travels to Gizzy, and we'll catch up with you in Auckland. I will see you there.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Awesome. Bloody brilliant, eh? To wrap it up with the...
It's incredible, though, because you think about it, 10 years next year for these guys, for Gizzy, with the Rees there. So that doesn't seem like that long ago that it all happened, does it? That it all went down, Palmy, you know?
Mate, it's gone so fast, honestly. You know, I remember when I saw Asher out there in the tank back in the end, his dad, and back with the Gisborne car and the white cars, and they just evolved over the years gone by to the Spank and everything else and where they are now. And mate, 10 years, where's that gone by, honestly?
Seriously, yeah. And to be fair, you speak to a lot of people now about that, and they said that's the best thing that ever happened to the sport, was that, because it took away that dominance that Palmy had for starters, I suppose. And you could say it doesn't matter who you are or what you think. Palmy had a dominance back then, didn't they, you know? They went as a group, as a team to each track, and they dominated and did what they wanted to do. And now now they're struggling a bit, it's a shame, but other tracks have grown, and it's all stemmed from all this, you know, and I think it's been just great for our sport. And to see 10 years on, next year's 10 years for Gizzy, I think that's an amazing achievement, to be fair.
Oh, definitely.
And the thing I like the most about the whole situation, I suppose, Kins, for me, is seeing how many tracks have grown in that time as well. Like, you look at Wanganui, but look at the strength in that club now as well and what they're doing, you know. It's just fantastic. Auckland's been growing. You know, Huntley had all those SuperStocks this year with the Maybes and all that going there, and the Pollocks, and it's just, we're just seeing so much growth at our tracks. And if we can see that continued growth go, as spectators, let's put our bums on our seats at the tracks and help grow it more, because if we're there paying the bums on the seats, the tracks can benefit and the tracks can grow, and it just becomes this big thing, mate. So yeah, that's just what I want to say, is let's get our bums on seats at tracks and support our tracks and really make it work.
Well, when you take a look at that SuperStock class in particular, the growth of numbers that turned up for the national title is huge now. And that's thanks to obviously the Rees in one sense, but to every driver and every crew and sponsor that helps every individual, he or she, to get along to these titles. The recent North Islands, I remember talking to Sam, and it was right up to around 80. Look, we've got to grow the numbers on the GP side of things. We all know that. But, man, the numbers of drivers, and it's a thankful thing, too, to the mini-stock class, if parents or whoever supports these kids financially can afford to make that big jump straight into SuperStocks, good on them, because they've got their trade in the sport as a young kid. But even if they go to any class, it just grows the sport of what we talk about, what we love. Tom Slater, good on you watching. You only had 2 days to sort your Grand Parade drive, Kins. I know. I'm already booked in, mate. I'm already booked in. I'm back in the car that I was pedaling around, or just being towed around in at Palmy. So all sort of Nana Gale, Wayne Knowlton, Ross Ashby, Tyler Ingram, Paul Lowen, Zane Dykstra. To everyone that's watched the show, we had some big numbers tonight. Thank you to each one of you. We do apologize we couldn't quite get to your questions and get it out to these drivers. But tomorrow night is another night. We will wrap up the build-up for the PTS, TWS SuperStock Teams Nationals up there in Auckland. We will catch up and have a chat with Busters tomorrow. We've got Ross Ashby and Luke Alderidge. Have I got that right?
I don't know, mate. I should have had a look. Horse was the one that corrected me. You got me in trouble with Horse, you did.
I'm sure that's what it is. Hold on. Well, before I bloody carry on.
Look now,
Elder Dice. Luke Elder Dice. There we go. Elder Dice. Yeah. And Auckland All-Stars. We'll catch up with Gary Lonergan and Seth McConchie. So there we go. That's it.
That's awesome. Okay, team, we appreciate you all tuning in again for us for another one of our build-ups. Tomorrow's our last and final night. We hope you all come back. It's going to be a great night of fun and laughter again. And, it's all good getting ready for that big show that's on this Friday, Saturday night, mate. The PTS, TWS teams at Wakaraka Park. I couldn't say the whole thing. I'm getting all tongue-tied like you do with Kokpit brought to you by Trackside and Trackside brought to you by GARAGE16.
Oh, we're having
I need to grow
fun.
a mullet. I got to get a mullet. I might have to grow a mullet.
A moulet.
A moulet.
Everyone take care. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll catch you back tomorrow. Same time, same place at 7:30. See ya.
Thanks, team. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.